Hello, everybody, and welcome to Season 1, Episode 20. Wow, time flies when you're having fun. This is Scrollers Chat. It is Monday, the 8th of January, 2018. And on tonight's show, we are going to have Misty, the president of SAW, and we'll be discussing some stuff with creating a club and becoming a chapter and the rules and regulations for that, according to SAW. Seeing further what we talked about last week. I apologize about last week. The internet was kind of in and out. So some of you that watched last week's show, this might be kind of redundant for you for a while, but we'll get to the new stuff too. So it's kind of a continuation of that tonight. So I want to thank all you guys for being here. I see there's a bunch of people over there on the chat tonight already. I know that I see Katie Dotson over there. I see, oh man, can't even see everybody because it's typing so fast. I know there's, I can't even see it all. Oh, anyway. But I'm going to let the two panel members introduce themselves, and then we'll go find everybody on the chat. So, Misty, if you want to introduce yourself first, and then Al, you can go second.
Hi, everybody. I'm Misty Valestin. I'm the current president of SAW, SAW Association of the World, and I also have the home office here in Southern Illinois.
Thanks, Misty. Short and sweet. All right, Al, your turn.
Hello, everyone. Have a nice evening, hopefully. I'm Al Forte, Odessa Woodworking on Facebook, Odessa Woodworking and Maker Shop on YouTube, and tonight I started a Twitch stream also, Twitch TV /Kilroy79763. And anyway, I'll let you go over there and find out what I did and what I'll be doing. I'll be streaming there probably whenever I'm in my shop. But anyway, Lee, I'm sorry to on your nickel advertise, but it's great to be here. Thank you for inviting me, and just for fun.
Al, I know it's always good that you advertise because we got to help support each other's show. So
thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So it's no problem. I'm just turning my phone off so it doesn't ring in the middle of the show like last time. All right. All right. So already know we have the magazine Scrollers Choice. Are currently running our Scroll Saw Birdhouse Challenge. Is going to be completed on the 15th of January. So once January comes along, all the entries will be looked at, and our panel will decide on which we are like the best, and those will be the two winners. The two winners will be put into the magazine pattern as well as your finished project in the magazine, and you'll be featured on the cover, both of you. If you guys don't already know about the magazine, this is the magazine called Scroller's Choice, and you can look here and you can see there's a bunch of different that you guys can go see online at our website. There it is right there. It's Scroller's Choice, mag.wixsite.com/home. Inside the United States PDF. And the answer to the next question is yes. If you're in the United States, you can order PDF. If you don't want print, you can order PDF. Go to the website, check it out. Anything else? Oh, almost forgot. Two more things that I got to do, and then we'll get started. Misty, I promise. The next thing I want to talk to you guys about is the Squirrel Saw Picnic coming up in Ohio, May 18th and 19th. It's being put on by the Northeastern Ohio Scroll Saw Club, and we are hosting it in Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio, which is Akron, Ohio, if that gives you guys a kind of idea. It's kind of south of Cleveland. I'm pulling up the website for you guys now so I can show you. Just bear with me 1 second while I get this thing to work here, and I'll show you guys the website. That way everybody knows where it's at. Here is the website. It's so you can see Eastern Ohio Scroll Saw and Woodworking Expo. As I said, it's Friday, May 19th. I mean 19th. It's the Friday Saturday show. Previous years we always went today, so we changed that around for you guys so you can get home quicker and free. The vendors, they can be for the close ones, they can be home by Monday morning for. Right. It starts at 9 a.m. and goes to 4:30. As I said, it's being hosted by the Northeastern Ohio Scrollers. It is at the Quirk Cultural Center, 1201 Grant Avenue in Cuyahoga Falls. Zip code, this is actually should say 44221. 223 will put you in there too, but it should say 221. The closest campground for an RV is this one here. It's about 15 to 20 minutes from the show. If you click on any of these links, it'll take you to that website for that. We didn't set aside a rooms because originally when we looked, been actually cheaper if you guys would have went on like something like Trivago or Priceline and just priced it out yourselves. We would have got a block of rooms. So I know that sounds weird, but it is actually, that's why we didn't set aside a block of rooms. But there's plenty of hotels. There's a street called Route 8, and it's got like 4 or 5 hotels, which are in from the it's at. All right, so the vendor registration is right here on the top. If you guys want to register, just click here, fill this out, and send it in to me. It's pretty easy. And then if you go down here, you can click on Scroller and Class Registration. This is fill out for up to 2. So you'll notice that first name and last name's on here twice. You guys are coming in, you know, if a bunch of people are coming, you guys want to bring stuff to put out as a display. If there's room for or a table for you guys free of charge, just let me know. I can make sure there's room for you guys. The prices are listed here: $5, $10, all that. The seminars, you see Bruce Worthington's doing an Antarctica class. We have a biography class. Jessica Boehm's doing a Scroll Saw Basics class. And then Murray Newton is coming and making a box or a Scroll Saw box making class. And then Jessica's doing another class later using your iPad or iPhone to design patterns. Art Studio app for those two, iPad or iPhone. And then Holly Denny's doing a pen making class. And the Sunday seminars are Sunday, Saturday seminar, kind of the same thing. And then we will announce the raffle on. No, that's Friday. Well, it should be Saturday. Well, raffle winners will be announced today, and then Scroll Saw contest will be announced on Saturday. Okay. If you want to come to dinner, it's going to be around. I'm still figuring out, but it's going to be person. I'm still trying to figure it out exactly. I think we got the place we want to do it at. Prices, so it's going to be around $30. It'll be catered the same place we have the show at. Scroll Saw contest. Information for signing up for the Scroll Saw contest. And there's the address for me. If you guys want to send me the registrations, if you guys can start getting those into me, I know it's still kind of early, but so in order for us to proceed, I know that you guys are still interested. I need to get these registrations back in as soon as possible. Just know that we're not putting the show on, and so it also helps us do some stuff like put money down on the place. We have money to put into and all that, and to buy supplies for the show. So make sure you guys try to get those into us as early as possible. Still like 3 or 4 months, but that goes pretty fast. All right, so that's that. And Did I finish discussing? And then I was going to show you guys. I think I already did it, but I can't remember if I finished it. But I want to show you guys right here. This is the Squirrel Saw Birdhouse Challenge. 15th, they actually build one. What this is, magazine, and you have to completely build a squirrel saw birdhouse on your squirrel saw, and it has to be functional. So, want to make one and have time, you have till the 5th. The email for turning it in is down here. It's Squirrel's Choice Woodworking Arts Magazine. The winners will have their both their birdhouses on the cover, plus in the magazine. We'll of course give you credit for them. You'll have a picture with a little bio and a little information about yourself in underneath your design, and then the winners will get yearly PDF subscription for this coming year, 2008. You have the magazine that your birdhouse is in. So you can show it off to everybody else and say, "Oh, look, I'm in a bird. I'm in the magazine." All right. So you have to the 15th if anyone's interested. That's all for that. Now we can get down to business. Now I can go back to stop screen sharing. All right. Now we can get down to business. House cleaning's out of the way. All right. Do we have any questions over in the chat? I don't see anything.
I didn't see anything either, except TJ is
No.
being gracious as always.
All right, TJ, what are you up to? I can't even read the chat. It's up above. I can't see it at the moment, but am I breaking up again, Al?
No, it was there for a second. It did kind of, go in and out, but so far so good since I typed that message in. I just thought I'd just mention it. Just, that's why I put it in the inside chat and didn't say anything. So I don't know, maybe it's temporary.
All right. Well,
It's not bad on my end.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to get to the point now where we're going to let Misty tell us about becoming a chapter for Squirrel Saw Association of the World. As you guys know, last time we discussed how to become a club and then ideas. So real quick, I might reiterate that. Some ideas for you guys starting out a club is you can look on the SAW website, a way where you can actually look for a person that's local to you. So let's say you're in Texas. They're in Texas and see how close they are to you. And then I think they have their email there. Correct me if I'm wrong, Misty, but you can contact them by email and say,
if they have one, yes.
Starting a club. And that's a good way to start a club. That takes patience. But there's some things you can do, like you get people to meet. First meeting you guys can do as a club. And we as a club would just go and we would wood to a lumber yard together and go get wood. It's like one of the things we discussed was once you start your club and you have your meetings established, to keep people coming back to your meetings. One of the ideas I suggested last time was having raffles. If you guys can get prizes donated by various companies within the community, a lot of them are willing to donate blades and magazines and patterns. A lot of designers are willing to give you patterns. Those are all great things to, people coming back to each of your meetings, even though they may have already heard the topic. So then you can keep your people interested that way. But that's all in the last show. But for tonight, in the case of having Misty here, what we want to talk to her about is the point when you've reached the point that your club is established and now you want to become a chapter for SAW. Misty's going to start with right now. And if you guys have any questions in the chat, I'll be watching it so we can ask Misty directly.
What I'd like to do is a screen share, and I'm going to show you on our website where you can go. You've started a club, and on our website, go to the local chapter, which is right here, and it says start a club. And this is just starting a basic club of people meeting. You can meet at a lot of our current clubs, and I say ours, clubs that members are of SAW. They meet at lumber stores, wood stores. We have a couple of groups that meet at Hobby Lobby, anywhere that you're able to have a room to meet. Some clubs, they take turns of their members and go home to home, and they actually scroll saw, they do presentations, they have lessons, they take turns with each member showing a either a new skill, or if you know how everybody form that they use the scroll saw for. And some of the clubs and groups also bring in other speakers from their areas just to help teach. I don't know of any of our chapters that do not participate in their county fairs. Right here is a list of all of our current local chapters. And if they have a web link, we have a connection here for them. There's a contact person and who the current president of the club is. I believe there's one or two of these that the people have changed, but the club hasn't sent me the information yet. But, and then you can see the city. Now this city is where the current president is. That's to the best of my knowledge. And then some of them are that the city is where the club meets. But we've got the name of them, their website if they have one. And I am encouraging our chapters to, even if they don't have a website per se, give us something that we can connect to give information to people that want to look on here so that they know who to contact. So anybody interested, and if you want to see if somebody's in your area, like Lee was telling you, you can go up here to, now this is only available if you're a member. If you are not a member, you do not have access to this. The member tools can locate a member. And right here, we have the directory by state, or we have where you can bring up, you can just type in a state, and, or if you happen to know a person's last name, or if you're looking for, like we have some, our members live in Canada and the United Kingdom, they can look and see who lives around them that might be interested. You're going to find that we do have several states that maybe only have, and but they're states that have larger states around them, and like a tri-state area or the quad state area, and it's still reasonable driving to get people together. But sometimes I've got one gentleman who's been contacting me from West Virginia. He is our only member that lives in the state of West Virginia. And he's interested in starting a club, which he knows will then lead to a chapter. A club is just organizing with groups of people meeting, or the people meeting together. When you get to the point where you want to become a chapter of SAW, then we start looking into you need, let me back up. I went too far. Let me start a chapter. These are some of the requirements that you'll want. 30% of your membership. Now, this is as of right now. 30% of your club, their members should have to be members of SAW. So you can have members within your group that are not SAW members, as long as at least 30% are. Your club needs to have its own set of bylaws, and you need to have officers in place, the president, vice president, secretary, treasurer. A chapter is a more organized form of a club where people are paying dues, and the dues is agreed upon with the members of, and it's set in your bylaws what you're going to do with that, how you're going to use it. You need to have keep meeting minutes, and that's part of the secretary's position. With SAW, we have insurance. Yeah, go ahead, Lee.
Excuse
Misty,
me.
let me
Later on, I think
ask
he's
a
probably
question real quick.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do.
Do what? You want me to unshare?
No.
B wants
Let
to
me go
know.
ahead and ask it since I interrupted. And Misty,
Is this a question?
Okay, go ahead.
Be Happy Woodworking is asking, how can you find clubs in other states if you're not a SAW member before joining SAW?
Well, you're going to have to do it the way I did to help find this guy in West Virginia. I just started Googling. If you do not have access to the internet, or you're not good with looking for keywords to narrow your search, go to your local lumber yards, go to Menards, go to just the simple sawmill. You'd be surprised who knows people that do that. I came across, just looking for clubs near this gentleman who lives in West Virginia, I came across an article on a woman who lives 12 miles from him, that she has a new Rogers antique scroll saw, and she uses it, and the local newspaper did an article on her. And because I Googled scroll saw clubs, it came up not because of her being in a club, but because of her using a scroll saw. So searching, looking for keywords, and then going to your local stores, and just if you have at church, just put the word out. We do have a flyer that comes in the chapter kit that has a flyer that you can hang up at stores to say, hey, we're thinking of getting a club together, and you can come up with a meeting place. There's a lot of little ways to do that, and word of mouth is going to be your biggest source other than the internet.
I was gonna say something to add on to that. When we became a club for the Northeastern House Growers, we made a flyer, and then we take that flyer to hardware stores, pretty much anywhere that we think there would be scrollers. Woodcraft, also, we would ask them, and put some aside, because Woodcraft, the one over here, boss, actually has scroll saw classes, so they out at the scroll saw class, buy their registers. And then we also have another store in Hartford here. We got in touch with them. They put flyers out for us. So that's a good way.
There's a sample of a flyer that somebody could put up just to let people know, hey, we're going to start forming a club. And sometimes you say the word chapter and it scares people. Start out simple, start out basic, and then you can work your way into the chapter. If you are already an established club or chapter and you're looking to reach the next level and you're needing insurance, that's when a lot of clubs start reaching out to nonprofit organizations. Like all of our chapters qualify through their dues for liability insurance through us that we have through Hartford. And it covers them wherever they're having their meeting at. It covers the building should something happen. So there's an example of a flyer. With starting a chapter, our fees for of the world are $75 a year. That includes your certificate from the insurance. It used to be there was a membership fee, and then they charged extra for the certificate. And now the $75 a year fee it includes all of that. Most of the chapters have, like I said, their own website. They have, let me take you to Dallas Fort Worth. This is what their website looks like. Now, again, if you're not a member of the club, they do have, like us, you're limited to what you can see within the websites. But you can see, like here, they've got a list of their meetings and what took place. There's usually some sort of show and tell where people show off what they've been making, what they've been doing. And every club that I know of within SAW, they work on a toy drive every year at Christmas. So they're always helping others. And that's what I love about this craft, is everybody is just so willing to help other people. And we're trying to get the clubs to really push for gearing towards the youth so that we can get another generation in here in these clubs to help the clubs continue growing. And we have one member that's up in Canada that would like to form a chapter. And of course, before you can start a chapter, you need to get a group of people together. So it's starting out with baby steps and just have fun and enjoy it. Lee, was there anything else that you wanted me to?
No, you pretty much covered it.
Yeah. Now, I just found one error that I need to change on this page here that I'm showing. It shows the certificate of liability that there's an annual fee of $20. I need to have that changed. That fee is now included in the dues of the $75. So this is an error right here that no longer applies. That's included in the annual fee.
Yeah, the website I found to be very, very massive, and going back years and years and years, and there's bound to be things in there that need to be changed and such. Just the patterns alone that I found on there were just amazing.
Yes,
amazing.
And a lot of people don't realize. I had one member send me an email yesterday suggesting why don't we go and make a copy of every magazine, get it online? And I said, all of that is already on there. If you come over here to publications and scroll down to, we got Sawdust Archive and we've got Sawdust Pattern Downloads. The Sawdust Archive, this is a list of every publication. If there was one made, there were some times when whatever was going on that there wasn't one made. But this, and if it's blue, that means that there's a link to it. If it's black, there is no link to it, like this December or October and July and January of 2012. There was no publication made those 3 times. So 2012 only had one newsletter that year. You can just click on the link and then you've got a PDF of the newsletter that was put out. And then you can just scroll through. Another thing that we have, and this is if the pattern was done individually outside of the newsletter, this right here underneath the Sawdust Archive, the Sawdust Pattern Downloads, this is every pattern in the issue that it appeared in. And like over here, 2010, where it says July and October and it doesn't have anything, that doesn't necessarily mean that there wasn't a pattern in those issues. It just means that the pattern may not have had an individual name and an individual PDF to be listed separate. So if you don't see it here, check in the archive of the newsletter, and it's very possible that pattern is within the newsletter. So yes, there are a lot of patterns here. And I've had a few people comment about the free patterns that new members get. And the original disc that was sent out, every pattern, 60 patterns that are on it are in here. Yeah, go ahead, Lee.
Well, there's a question over there.
Okay.
In regards to the insurance, Dave Hart had a question. He said, on the insurance, are we covered by the club registration form, insurance form, event for coverage form?
Okay, what it is when you fill out your chapter application, you are covered from the get-go. What I do is either you guys can call or I call. Some of the clubs would rather have one of the officers call. And I say I because I'm the local chapter coordinator. I call Hartford and I let them know the information that you've given me. If you'll look right here on number 1, these are the items that the insurance needs to put on a certificate. And I have had to obtain a couple certificates for clubs, and I have it within an hour emailed to me. And then I can email it to whoever the person is to be contacted through the chapter. So this right here gives a really good basic rundown. Now, this does not cover individuals. This covers the building. This is liability for the people letting you use their property. And if you have to provide the proof, the certificate, then just you want to make sure that we have this information right here. And then I can contact Hartford and then they can type it all up and then they'll email me the certificate.
There's another question out there from Be Happy. Is there a club in Middle Georgia?
No. I'm going to go back right here. To my knowledge, no. Georgia, we don't have anything in the Georgia, Florida, in the southeast area there. We do not have anything. So that's something that could be in the works. I do know. Yeah.
Actually, he's saying, excuse me interrupting, he's saying that he's setting up 3 scroll saws in his new shop in the work zone. So there you go. Start a club. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Yes. Absolutely. And you know, there's no minimum of people to start a club. Where, you know, 2 more people meet, you got a club. So that's a great way to start. Absolutely. I do know in northern Arizona, the ambassador for the state of Arizona is seeking to start a club and then form a chapter. So a lot of people, I've had probably 5 or 6 people since I've taken over in July have inquired about chapters. So a chapter can form anywhere, anytime. It just depends on those that are wanting to do it. Yeah, the closest I'm seeing to Florida, Georgia is Dallas, Fort Worth. And then, of course, we have the New Jersey, the Marketry Society. So that's really all there is in that area.
That's funny. That's closer to me than to Be Happy. And I'm sorry, Be Happy. I don't remember your name. I apologize for that.
And I can't see the chat, guys. So I'm glad you guys are looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's actually 2 clubs in Ohio now. There used to be 3. That's weird.
Yeah. Now there I don't know how many there were at one time, but back when SAW was a lot bigger and they had 1,000 members, they did have quite a large number of clubs and chapters. And I know there was one up in Canada. But the thing with a lot of the clubs is getting people to take responsibility and to do it. And then we had a lull there for a while within our craft where we didn't have the youth coming in. And unfortunately, a lot of the older members have passed away. And that is what has happened to several of the clubs, is members have passed away or they've, just aged and they're not scrolling. And they've just kind of gone from being a scroll saw chapter or club to just being they'll meet once a week for breakfast, that type thing. So that's another reason why it's real important to try to get our youth. bring in that younger generation so we can keep these clubs going and we can pass on our skills and our knowledge and we can train them.
Yeah, Dave Hart says that he's in the Tri-County area in central Pennsylvania.
Ah, yeah, he's in a good spot.
He's in PA, yeah.
But for those of you that are already a chapter, the chapter dues are due by the end of January. If you go to this renewal page here, renew a chapter, and one thing that I've got 2 clubs that have not done it, make sure this roster, you have to send a roster of your members. And for some reason, the clubs are not wanting to send that. So make sure you do, because you can avoid the little extra email from me.
Okay, yeah, and Dave Hart said that he is a chapter. We are a chapter member, a SAW chapter.
Okay. Okay, he's with he's Tri-State. Yep, Tri-County. Yep. I'm a little slow. Here he is, Tri-County Scrollers.
And Lee, I keep jumping in. I am looking, so.
Yeah,
okay.
I need to get hold of Dave because I need to get his link on here to their Facebook page. But that's if it's open. I don't know if his Facebook page is open or private. But I know they're working on that with Tri-County, so.
Do you want me to drop your Facebook page in the chat forum, or?
Which one?
Are you talking to me or?
Yes, Misty, I'm sorry. I'm talking to you.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I'll go ahead and drop it over there. And
yeah, because I mean, I'm a member of his Facebook, of the Tri-County Scrollers Facebook page, but some of the clubs, their pages are private. So. Right.
And that way you guys, at least he's got yours. No, it won't let me. So Lee's gonna have to.
And that's fine. That's fine. I can get up with Dave on that. I'll write myself a note here too.
All right. And Dave said it is open.
Okay, it is open. So that's just a matter of him giving me the link actually I say me, our webmaster, and then Rick can get that link on there to their Facebook page. But this is this page is so important. If we can keep these links going where people can make that connection, and if we can keep the contact and the president current, then that way, when people go on there and look, they know right away who to go to. Now, these links here, we're going to go to Tony Samay. The link takes you to where you can send them an email. So if you're not already a member, you can do an email right there. But let me go back. This link will take you to their email, and then you can email them. If they have a website, the website may have phone numbers, something like that. But as of the person's name, it's going to take you to where you can send them an email. One other place, once you're a member, that, and this is part of when we get this kind of rerouted, I don't like that it's all the way over here. If you go over here to gallery and it says member links, for all of you that have your own websites, this is where members can submit, and you can have a link so that members can go to your website. And this is for members only. So for those of you that have links, click on the SAW webmaster. It's going to send you an email to Rick Hutchison, our webmaster, and you give him the link and he'll put it up here. So this used to have a lot more, but they were older, and these are the 3 that are on here now. So this is a great way to cross-reference your own, for those of you that have your businesses and web links and the YouTube places. it's a really good way to communicate with one another. The forums. Now, there currently isn't a forum for SAW. I guess there was in the past, but you can see here they discontinued it due to little use by members. If there was enough interest, then they would open that back up. But right now, we have a link to these forums here. I think forums are kind of, they phase in and phase out. But the SAW directory, now we just updated. I received the latest scroll saw from, let me go back over here, resources, printed SAW directory. I just updated everything here from scroll saw. Oh, I say I updated. I received all of the publications, and Rick, our webmaster, got them put on here. So this is all updated. And a lot of this stuff is just nothing more than research of people that just, all they do is look for new books, new things coming out. This takes a lot to find all this information. And so that's something that we like to keep updated annually, but that doesn't always happen because of the volume of information that it holds. So we have a lot to offer there. If you are a member, play around on this website. I know it's a lot of people are like, well, you got to go to here, to here, to here. They got to go through a lot of hoops. Yes, but remember, when this website was put together, it was put together when the internet was not popular. And Pat Lepori, she busted her butt, and she found the hard way. All the information that's on here, that's part of our history, and these tools and tips and all of this stuff. She broke her back trying to find all this information, and there is so much in here. And it's very useful. It just depends on if it's what you're looking for. And we don't want to lose anything of the hard work that was done to find this information. Somebody made a comment, well, yeah, I can go on Google and find that. Yeah, now you can. But back when Pat Lepori was trying to find all this, there was no Google. It wasn't that easy. I mean, Pat Lepori literally has hours and hours and hours and hours of nothing but research trying to find all this when the internet first came out. And so her sweat is in this website, and we don't want to lose any of it. All we want to do is make it a little easier to navigate and maybe put some things together, like over here at the gallery where it says member links. Yeah, maybe put that in, put that together with member tools, with locate members, things like that. So we've got a little bit of work to do, but we've just been trying to prioritize, and we've been building our membership, and chapters are very important, and we'd like to see some more come in.
Folks, I want to remind you all, if before you leave, if you'd be so kind as to give one of them there thumbs up. I'm sure that Lee would appreciate it, and Scrollers Chat would also.
Yep. Thank you, Al. I was going to remind them of that. Also, there was one thing that I forgot to mention. Please not feel obligated, but we have 3 T-shirts available to support the show now. I'm going to show you guys the website here in a second. I'm going to figure out the best way of doing this. I think I'm still presenting Misty, so I have to stop presenting her first. And then I'm going to screen share, guys, where you can find those shirts at. If you feel so obligated, you guys can go over here to my website, which is my personal website, Wooden Wonders Workshop. .com/home, my personal website. Scroll saw patterns on it for sale, and a bunch of other stuff when I add them. Click on myself first. All right, this is better. All right, so as I said, this is my website. It's Wooden Wonders Workshop. wixsite.com/home. If you guys come here, this is my personal website. It has scroll saw patterns on it and a bunch of other stuff as you look around on here. Right now I don't have the scroll saw patterns active. They are on here. It's just I don't have the page active because just to the bind. I'm working on immediate digital, so it's taking a while to change all the patterns over to digital download, which is why they're not working at the moment. But they are on here. Shirts. All you got to do is come down here where it says Scrollers Chat, Designers Chat. Here where it says Designers Chat Store. Zoom in here on the bottom. And you guys can see there's 3 shirts. Seeing this okay, Al?
Yeah. The sound is chopping a little bit, but you can see it.
Okay. This one says Scrollers Chat. This one says Scroller. Click on. For obvious reasons, you guys know why that one says click on. And then if you come down here to buy now, it's a PayPal thing. You just go on and use the PayPal. You guys can find them. Once again, that's my website, which is wondersworkshop.wixsite.com. I should have the patterns back up for sale pretty soon, but I'm working on the digital downloads. So it's taking a while to do them all. Once I finish that, then I will have it back up and running. And then this is just the About page. It's about my history doing scrolling. If you guys want to read it, the website.
Lee, look how young you were.
Started the club, believe it or not. As you can see, I'm in my club polo there. Let's see here. Got it on screen sharing. Where the shirts are at. Yeah, and you saw my picture of how young I looked. So, but I've been scrolling for a very long time. I think I started when I was 10 or 11, which is why when you and Rick and everyone at SAW talk about getting people that are young involved, it speaks volumes to me, because that's why I got involved, because my dad had a shop. He had a scroll saw. My grandpa got me doing it, and if it wasn't for the both of them actually become a scroller, so it's always a good thing to try to get kids involved. Feature for the community,
especially since the schools don't have it like they used to.
Yeah, they don't have like the wood shops anymore, which is sad.
Very few.
All right. Well, I guess it's 9:19. I guess we can end it. Or questions over there in the chat. I'm gonna pop over there and take a look real quick.
I think they're talking about blades. I think it was Chris that got a new bandsaw. I'm sorry, a new scroll saw, and the unboxing came with a whole lot of blades. He's asking if anyone has any experience with online blades. And Katie was telling him that Flying Dutchman or Pegasus blades. What were you going to say, Misty?
Online Blades is a really awesome brand. Judy Gale Roberts' studio, that's all she uses. And when I went to her beginner class last May, she provided us with the Online Blades. And the gold and the platinum are the 2 that I used. And I wasn't real crazy about the gold with using her Excalibur saw, but the gold works really well with my DeWalt. And I really like the platinum. And we use the number 5 blades and the number 2 blades for inside cuts on Intarsia. And I really like the Online.
Flat or
I use Olson, so the Online's really good.
Flat or spiral?
Flat in.
Okay.
Now I use spiral also, but my spirals I use Olson.
That would always be debate. What you want, like spirals or flats?
Well, all I've ever been able to use is spirals.
But,
says Jeff Robinson says a lot of members in our club like the Online blade. You might ask for a sample. I don't know if they can.
Hey, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can contact a lot of different companies and they'll send you some samples.
Yep. Yeah, I really like the online, and I had never heard of them before going to Judy Gale Roberts' studio, and they're good.
Is that the name of the company online?
Yep, that's the actual name of it.
Yeah, I never heard of them.
Yeah, they're good.
I know one of the other ones that I've actually cut with is PS Wood Machines. They're super sharp blades. Those are really nice too.
Are those the ones that have the teeth on both sides?
I believe they've got one that does have them on both sides, and then they've got just the other ones.
Okay.
For a slew of them.
I haven't tried theirs yet, but I've heard good things about theirs.
Yeah, and Barbara has those made. Make them here and cut them here in the U.S. So.
Oh, okay, good.
Their blades. I'm sure Barbara will send you guys a pack to check out. It's pswoodmachines.com. Go over there while you're there. Do me a favor and check out some of my scroll saw patterns I have for sale, because they have them up on their website for me. I got some cars and things over there you guys can check out. But they also sell bandsaw blades. They sell Garnet Halls, Intarsia patterns, Kathy Wise Intarsia patterns. They got patterns from me. They've got patterns from up from the site. They've got projects for bandsaws, projects for scroll saws. They do have 2 scroll saws that they actually manufacture and under the PS Wood Machines label, so you guys can check those out too, which will probably be the next saw that I buy if I buy another one, which will be PS Wood Machines.
Did you see really Bruce Worthington's pattern on the cover of Scroll Saw?
Jeanette's and his, yeah. The deer or the moose, whatever it is.
The deer, yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah, he got the cover, so.
Yep, it's on the cover. I got my magazine today. It's beautiful. Had to put a little thing in there for Bruce.
Yeah.
Yay, Bruce.
Well, yeah. Go Bruce
and Jeanette. Yay.
If you look back on this thing and you go down the videos for Scrollers Chat, Bruce Worthington was on this show. Look back through the channel, you'll find the one that says Bruce Worthington. Check it out. You guys can, if you don't know who Bruce is, watch that show and you guys can check him out. I think his website.
Very talented artist. Very talented artist.
Thinking his website is Intarsia. Or something like that. I have to look it up again, but
yeah, I was gonna say I have to look it up too.
Yeah, actually, you know what? Hold the phone for just a sec. I have. I forgot.
Oh, Intarsia.com is Judy Gale Roberts.
Intarsia.net.
Intarsia.net. Okay. So
Intarsia.net
is Roberts and Intarsia.net is Bruce Worthington. 2 very talented people.
Yes.
That have each have their own niche in the business, because Bruce, he explained to me, while he doesn't always cut his own, he'll tell you that's not his true forte. He takes these pictures that he's drawn and painted, and he'll take a section of it and he'll get an inspiration, and then that's where he'll break it down into his Intarsia pattern. And he's just, his eye and mind for it is just, it's just awesome what he can pick out, and it's just beautiful.
And there's probably more Intarsia artists. Like there's who has a bunch of Intarsia stuff. One really cool thing with Homer is he has a 3D Intarsia, so it's literally like a statue. It almost looks like it was compound cut, but it's Intarsia.
Wow, yeah.
He has some fish that are like 3-dimensional all the way around that are really cool. He has those, and then there's Garnet Hall, of course, who always contributes. A good friend of mine. You met him too, Misty?
Yep. I got a couple of his patterns at the show in
Yeah.
in
He was at the
Iowa.
Midwest Trade Show.
And yeah, I can't wait to make his.
He has his blades too that are very similar to Flying Dutchman's blades. And he sells those through his website. There's Judy Gale. There's Kathy Wise. Bruce. And I think that's it, right? Chris?
Don't get me to lying.
I was going to say, I'm not answering because I don't know that answer.
I think that's the thing. There's so many, and then you go, oh, I forgot one. But I know there's some others that dabble. Like I have a few patterns that I did for Intarsia, but I'm still new in the scheme of things. So I know I designed a few car things that I've already done. And then I did the Intarsia fire truck for the firefighters issue, which I designed. So I know
I'm not a designer. I'm just a cutter.
Intarsia patterns now, and I'm not much of a cutter.
I'm more of a cutter.
So I have to send my designs to Misty apparently, so she can cut them for me.
See, I can really cut. I really do work on a scroll saw.
Look at that.
Although
there's hold that back up again, Misty. Oh, I guess I just stepped all over Lee. That's pretty cool.
No, I don't have the backing on it yet, but it's a fast fish. He's caught a minnow. And then you can see, you know what, let me put a backing up here to it. You can see that's a fisherman in a boat. This is a Judy Gale Roberts pattern. And then that's the water splashing. And then, now my wood swelled. This is a fishing line. And there was a larger gap. And this is just where I'm novice with this. The wood, as I was putting the treatment on it, the finish on it, it started swelling. So it's closer than what it was than what I cut it. So on the bins, I made the bins a little wider, and I'm really glad because they stick out more. I don't know if you can see what I'm talking about. But I don't know what caused the wood to swell, other than it's untreated. But I'm not a pro at all of it, but I like it.
So I was going to say, this is the fire truck that I designed for the firefighter issue.
That one at the Midwest Trade Show, too.
Don Lorenz. Not Dan. Why am I saying Dan? Sorry, Don. Don Lorenz cut it for me. Of it. You guys can check that out. And then you can see Don down here with it at Midwest Trade Show in Iowa. He won first place. Well, that's the first one that I've ever done that's so starting to learn Intarsia, but I don't cut. But I'm still a novice when it comes to claim to be good, like not quite yet. They got some years on me. So.
By the way, Katie Dotson said that she posted a free downloadable pattern on Facebook today. The cut is very simple. Construction is mind-boggling. So way to go, Katie. I can't wait to go see it. Or I can wait, can't wait. Yeah.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, wood will sometimes do the unexpected, Katie, for sure.
Absolutely. All right, well, it's 9:30. We're going to wrap it up unless you guys got anything else. Al, you got anything?
I'm good, other than my shameless self-advertising.
Give it to him one more time, Al.
I'm sorry,
one more time, Al.
Do what?
Plug it one more time.
Oh, yeah, hey.
For your show.
Please go to Twitch TV, twitch.tv/Kilroy79763. In fact, you can see it right there. I'm sure you guys see it, but I've posted it all over the place. And of course, Odessa Woodworking and Maker Shop on YouTube since I'm on a roll, and Odessa Woodworking on Facebook. Just for fun. Oh yeah. Tell them Kilroy sent you.
Kilroy sent you. Thank you, Al. All right, I'm just going to check this chat one more time, make sure we don't have any more questions that we missed.
I want to real quick tell you, if you want to go to Scroll Saw Association of the World, www.saw-online.com. Some of the stuff still shows .org. It's going to revert you right back to .com. So if you're not a member, you're not going to get full access. But if you're a member, you have the full access. Come see us.
All right. Thank you, Misty. All right. Well, I want to say thank you to Misty and Al for being on the panel tonight. And I want to say
Thanks
thank
for
you.
having me.
Yeah, indeed. Thanks for having me too. It was great to see you, Misty.
You guys are welcome.
Great to see you too, Al.
I wanted to say thank you to Chris Nealon, Katie Dotson, Happy Woodworking. Forgot your first name, but Be Happy Woodworking. Thanks. Thank you. I'm trying to scroll down and see everybody here. It's kind of a long list. That's you, Al. That's Al Forte. TJ's Woodworking. Thank you, sir. I know he already left, but thanks, TJ. All right. I think that's everybody. Getting there.
There's a Padman's Mutter up there. I don't know. I haven't seen that in a while. Or seen.
And of course, Jeff Robinson. I forgot you, sir. All right. Thank you, everybody, for checking out the show tonight and for asking questions. My panel members, Al Forte and Misty. I can't pronounce your last name to save my life still, but we'll work on it. I think it's Valestin, is it?
Valestin.
That was close. All right. We'll work on it. All right. Well, until next time, everybody, click on.
Night.